Shout out to the Cows Gang. I'm your host, Mr. Palmer, and welcome to the show, Victim or Volunteer. What I want y'all to do, grab the nearest couch, sit back, and enjoy the ride. Now, this story is a trip, Cows Gang. Now, I want you to see a picture of this Memphis pastor. They say he was a mentor. He was an advocate for the city's youth and a strong voice against gun violence. They say he had put an impact on people around Memphis and Shelby County, and even today it continued to pour in all the great things and the good that he done for the community and outside of the community. The pastor that I'm talking about today is Ricky Floyd. He was a senior lead pastor at Pursuit God Transformation Center and founder of Salvation Revelation Ministries, a nonprofit focusing on community and spiritual development. Now, here's the tripped out part about this whole situation. He was killed early Wednesday morning after 2 a.m. But the tripped out part, he was killed at a lounge, a bar. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. That don't even sound right. What is a pastor doing at a bar after 2 in the morning? But then again, I have to think about it, and I tell people, pastors are looked at as a higher standard. But the thing is, he is still man. And that's why when you get guidance from the pastor, he is not God. He's still man. You get the knowledge from that pastor who is speaking on behalf of God. But you have a lot of people today who worship pastor as God, and he's not. Now, he was killed in a shooting outside of Momma Kitchens and Bar south of downtown Memphis early Wednesday morning. He got into an argument with a woman by the name of Samantha Marion, who admitted to shooting Floyd after they got into an argument. It came out. You had a bunch of motherfucking dumb trying to say, oh, he got killed by his mistress. It was his mistress. Come to find out, he didn't even know these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know her. She has been charged with voluntary manslaughter. And when this happened, a lot of pastors and people that he helped, who was locked up in jail, struggling, stuff like that, he helped transform them to better. And I want y'all to understand that he got into it with her and I believe another guy who she was with over the Bible.
Sin is sin, sin.
You can't make this up. It's two things that can get you killed: religion and politics. Say I'm lying. And that's why I always said politics and religion do not mix. But those are two things that can get you killed. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let the first video of the news have people mourn the loss of this pastor, Ricky Floyd, and I'll get back to you.
Now, as many in our community continue to mourn the death of Pastor Floyd, we're hearing from some of his closest friends and people who say he changed their lives. Action News 5's Bria Bolden joining us live from Fraser tonight with more on this. Bria.
Yeah, well, Pastor Floyd meant a lot to this city and even more to our neighbors here in Fraser. Pastor Floyd was the senior lead pastor at Pursuit of God Transformation Center and founder of Salvation Revelation Ministries, a nonprofit focusing on community and spiritual development. At their meeting today, members of the Fraser Exchange Club held a moment of silence for Floyd and shared their favorite memories with him. Vauntina Durham says Floyd was her mentor and put her on the right path, navigating leaving the prison system to building a business.
He always saw the diamond in the rough, and you could take it, and if you work with it, and if you take care of it, it will shine. That's what I want people to remember. And no one can tell me he was helping. He's a helper. Don't talk about it. Go help them.
Funeral arrangements have not been made yet. Tonight at 6 o'clock, you're going to hear more from Floyd's loved ones on this tragic loss. Reporting live here in Fraser tonight, Bria Bolden, Action News 5.
So, as you see, He has helped people, guided people. He's there for the community. And what they saying is, regardless of what happened, they want to keep the memory for what he has done. But let me tell you the reality of life here on this earth. All that goes out the window with viral videos. Here's the viral video from X, where he is seen getting out the truck. The woman's filming him, Samantha Marion, and she's talking about, "You're gonna get that, you know what? I'm gonna take it 3 steps back." He's walking up to her like he's Suge Knight, ready to beat him up for not singing the songs the way he told to sing it. But it don't show the gunshot. You don't hear the gunshot, but check this video out right quick.
I'm backing back 3 times now. When I do that, you know, please back the back. I'm telling you, bitch. You know what?
Now, I'm looking at the comments on X, and of course, a lot of these motherfuckers clan anyway. And you had people saying it was self-defense. He got out of the car, he was aggressive. And this is why I tell you men, especially black men, they will try to look at you as an aggressor. You might be protecting yourself. That's a female, you don't have to do all that. And you the big, scary boogeyman. So sometimes you gotta just go on about your business. Sometimes you gotta just walk it off, because they will kill you, just like the police will. And even though it didn't have to go that way, they're gonna say it's your fault and they're gonna get off. So now, here's the kind of tripped out part. In the second news clip, they talk about, you know, how he was shot, and the suspect attorney saying that the proof is in the pudding. So I want y'all to check this news clip out.
First at 5 on your news leader, the shooting death of a beloved pastor and prominent leader in Memphis left plenty of people stunned, many asking, why would anyone kill Pastor Ricky Floyd? Well, tonight, only on News Channel 3, video showing a portion of what happened the night Pastor Floyd was shot to death. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. WREG has viewed the video provided to us by the attorneys of the woman charged with shooting Floyd. We have carefully considered the weight of what's shown and the sensitivity to all involved in this tragedy. But we also believe it's an important part of the story and one you deserve to see. Here's WREG investigator April Thompson.
Plenty of speculation surrounding the shooting of Pastor Ricky Floyd outside Momma's Bar and Kitchen March 12th. Phone video captured what appears to be some of the final moments of Pastor Floyd's life. It shows the Tahoe truck he is in putting on brakes, Pastor Floyd getting out, walking toward the person shooting the video as they yell to back up.
I'm backing back 3 times now. When I do that, you know, please back the up. Back.
Then the video drops out. WREG sat down with the attorneys for Samantha Marion, charged with shooting Pastor Floyd to death. They say the video speaks for itself.
The video does not capture the gunfire that would have taken place probably maybe 3 or 4 seconds later, but it clearly shows him approaching her aggressively after being told several times to stop and that he should not be, walking up on her like that.
Keith Perry says his client, Samantha Marion, was behind the camera shooting the video, and it came after Marion and a man she had met that night got into a heated religion discussion with Pastor Floyd inside the bar. Perry says when everyone was leaving, Pastor Floyd walked toward Marion, and the man got between them.
He stands in front of Reverend Floyd. He's knocked to the ground by Reverend Floyd, and when he does, the back of his head hits the pavement, and he becomes a little stunned or dazed. Reverend Floyd then takes the telephone of Miss Marion, and he throws it to the ground, and he hurled a couple of insults or what have you, and then starts to walk off.
That's when he says Samantha Marion picks up her phone and starts videoing the license plate of the truck, since she had never met Floyd before. That's where the video picks up.
Whatever triggered him, he was upset with Mrs. Marion. He fought through 2 individuals to get to her, and watching him storm from the vehicle and approach her, it was clear that his intentions was definitely not to give her a hug and say, hey, let's work this out. But he had aggression in his heart and in his mind.
WREG acknowledges that this is only one piece of video from that night, and it does not include what police have described as Pastor Floyd holding his hands up and walking backwards away from Marion before falling to the ground. Out of respect for Pastor Floyd's family, WREG reached out to a family spokesperson and shared the video. It was their first time seeing it.
At this difficult time, we're just totally focused on prayer and maintaining our faith in the justice system. We trust that it will fulfill its purpose and provide us the answers and the accountability that is essential right now.
But Marion's attorneys believe the video shows their client was defending herself, and that should have been taken into consideration when she was in jail 7 days and given a $100,000 bond.
You're witnessing a person that has just been assaulted and is getting a tag number and trying to do what they're supposed to do, and you're witnessing a person who, despite the great 58 years that he has lived, and we're not asking anybody in the public to measure him by that last 30 minutes of his life or what have you, but for that last 30 minutes was angry.
For your news leader in Memphis, April Thompson, WREG News Channel 3.
All right, a part of the evidence in this case, and another prosecutor has been called in to handle this case because of DA Steve Moro's relationship with Pastor Floyd. The two served on a number of committees and boards together. But Marion's attorneys believe the case has become political, saying lower bail has been given to people charged with bigger crimes than what they say is a case of self-defense.
Wow. Did y'all hear that? So her attorney saying, hey man, he punched another guy that was there, knocked him to the ground, and I think it was one more person he must have hit, and she was just defending herself. He wasn't going to give her a hug and stuff like that. But something that caught my attention in that news clip was the paperwork I went on. So let's go back to that. Now, what it said was, it's like more to meets the eye than just that video. Now, people, they saying that she went and got the gun and came back and shot him. And if that's the case, for what I know, that's premeditated murder. Not only that, it was not self-defense. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna read this last paragraph in this police report where it says investigators made contact with witnesses Keisha Smith and Steven Newsom, who stated they have been inside of the business of Marion when they became involved in the argument with Floyd. They advised that Floyd left the business. They proceeded outside. While talking outside, they advised that Floyd returned and became irate, aggressive towards all three of them. This portion of the incident was captured on video surveillance of good quality. So this ain't the video or the cell phone. In the video, Floyd is seen throwing Marion's phone to the ground and throwing a beer can. He then gets in this video and began to drive away. Marion walks out into the roadway and appears to be recording the video on her cell phone. Floyd stops his vehicle, exits, and walks towards Marion, which I think that was a bad move. But check this out. Before I finish the rest, you want to know why he did that? Because he knew filming the license plate is going to expose him being a pastor that's at a bar at 2 o'clock in the morning, drunk, and being irate and getting into it with people, regardless if it's about the Bible or not. And it's not a good look for a pastor. And he wanted to try to get rid of the evidence, which he's going to get rid of that anyway. Now let me finish the rest. Smith is seen getting between them, creating some distance between Marion and Floyd. Then the video shows Marion walk towards Floyd, who begins walking backwards away from her. As he backs away, he's seen falling up to the ground and does not get back up after that. So here's the thing. What got me was, yeah, he walked up towards and did all that, but they say he was walking backwards with his hands up. And you know what that means when you got your hands up, right? And walking backwards. You know what that means? Not a threat. And Smith advised that Marion shot Floyd in the roadway. See, that's not a good look either. But let me tell you about society and how they look at it. They're going to look at that video and say she did what she had to do. She's a victim. That's a big black man, that's a black female, innocent, 5.5 hours on the Richter scale, victim. And a lot of people are looking at it as, why was he at the bar at 2 o'clock in the morning? He's supposed to be a pastor, he shouldn't be out there. You only going out there to do the devil's dance, and preachers don't do this and preachers don't do that. So what do y'all think about this, Couch Gang? I will say this is an unfortunate situation, getting into it about Bible studies and stuff like that. Definitely unfortunate. Definitely unfortunate. Do y'all think that, you know, Pastor Ricky Floyd got what he got because he should have walked away? Do you think that the woman who did it is innocent, shouldn't be locked up? She was defending herself regardless of what, you know, papers say and regardless of what, you know, others are saying? What do y'all think about this? Well, I gotta ask y'all, when it comes to Pastor Ricky Floyd, I got to know, is he a victim or volunteer? And when it comes to the young lady that shot and killed him, Samantha Marion, I got to know if she's a victim or volunteer.
Y'all tell me what y'all think. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Couch Gang, Couch Gang.